Here's our basic scene. It's a shop interior, and just a very quick, like I say, very simple basic scene. At the left hand we have the entrance to the shop with a backdrop here and a skylight system to illuminate the scene. Going into the shop, we've got some lighting up in the ceiling here, air conditioning units, a skylight at the back with a circular seating unit, slat wall with t-shirts along the walling, some freestands, and an aeroplane, large plywood aeroplane, just to give us something a bit of fun in the design. Okay, to set this up for final render, my workflow pretty much would be to start off, turn this light off because we'll use final render's own version. Check the lights here and make sure in this drop down list you've got either FR ray traced shadows, shadow maps, or area shadows, depending on your preference there. And then we'll go into the render dialog, change the render engine to final render, go over here into indirect illumination and skylight. Now what we want to do is to emulate the exact sun angle and position that was controlled by the daylight system here. So I'll go into physical sky, sunlight on, and show sky in environment is on also. And then in the sky and time, we'll select the compass and go over and select the compass from the scene there. And the sunlight, select the sun there as well. If you don't have these selected here, you can maybe just have your compass to select the north position, and then you've got date and time that you can set there to whatever you need. Got a ground plane in the HDR image for the background that you can adjust the horizon position and the blur, your night colour there and the ground colour. The colour adjust settings here are very handy if you have something like a desert scene where you really want to change the environment tones and the sun, just to give you more artistic license over these things. And there's various colour models there, CIE being the most realistic one. We'll soften the shadows coming in slightly, 0.1 in the shadow angle, and leave the shadow samples at 64, which is the maximum samples that will be used. And we'll check visible sun so that the actual HDR image will have a hotspot for the sun. And just close these rollouts. Now we're done with those ones. In the global illumination rollout, we'll have AQMC as our primary, and our secondary would be harmonics. But we've also now added some more presets in final render. So we've got the interior fast, good, and we'll just go for the preview here at the moment, which then changes the engines around and sets the scene up as it would be. Now what I would do at the moment is to drop the samples right down, uncheck pre-filter, store direct light on, and in here I'll drop the right hand raise to 100, just to get everything really, really fast, just for our lighting preview. Back into the final render tab. We want to just render with a white shader so that we're getting our correct light levels, and we can set everything up there for the GI so it's nice and smooth and detailed. So we'll go into the material editor. Okay, they're all set as standard final render materials. The entrance to the shop has this glass shader. So we'll select by material, select the glass, make a selection set, and then what we'll do as well is the white matte, we'll use that for our override. So we can drag that in, instance that shader there. Okay, so we've got the shader set up, The GI is set up very fast and basic. We'll leave anti-aliasing off. We'll leave the rest of the settings at default values for now. And what we'll do is we'll select the glass, and we can hide this, or we can exclude it from the material override. At the moment we'll just hide it.